This is my daughter Lorelei, and she was born here at Lionsgate Hospital.
I wasn't my normal, so they said I had diabetes.
I was going way too fast on a quad. I woke up 3 weeks later, yeah.
It wasn't a headache at all. I stayed in the neurology ICU.
My mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. It was a very difficult experience for us.
Well, because of that sailing, I was determined to have my knees done.
It started out with the stomach cancer. I guess I'm going into it now in my 17th year.
When you come every day, you get a much more intimate picture about the people working on the ward and the people who are being helped on the ward. And I was very moved by what I saw.
We had an excellent experience with everyone in labor and delivery, and on day 3 she was actually jaundiced and had to spend one night in the pediatric unit with the children's ward there. And we had excellent care through our nurses, and they made the experience, which was very scary for new parents, very seamless. They were very knowledgeable. They helped my husband and I.
Everybody who gave me shots, who did my finger prick, who got me some things if I were low, they just all did it so generously.
Coming to the diabetic clinic every 3 months is, we need that. We need to come in and talk, and it helps us in speaking with all of you because we have questions all the time, and it's scary all the time, whether we think it's not, but it is, and they make it better.
Even though it's kind of bad stuff that ICU, there's probably a lot of people that aren't waking up, and they still manage to keep a happy attitude, and kind of joke, and kind of make I don't know, they kind of make a nice atmosphere for you. So that was nice.
All the nurses and the doctors up in the 7th floor neurology were fabulous, and they made my 5 days actually quite enjoyable.
The staff were just wonderful. The care that she received, the attention that she received, and even the care that we as the family received in terms of support from the doctors and the staff was just great. And for that we're really thankful. I don't think one can ask for more. The staff is certainly very dedicated. They put in a lot of work, and it's a pretty thankless job, I think. I think if more people took time to recognize the amount of stress that people work under and the amount of care that they give, and how difficult it is to provide that and to keep a smiling face all the time, that is something that's not difficult to do.
They were fantastic. There wasn't anyone that I could say, I was spoiled. I feel that way.
And one thing I've got to say is that if you're hurting, hospitals never hurt you. You go there when you are hurting, and it winds up that they fix it. And it isn't too bad at all.
They asked my dad the question, did he wish to be intubated, to be resuscitated, and even through his desperate struggle to breathe, he just said no. It's an emergency setting, you're trying to stabilize people. But rather than move us somewhere else, the staff just made this incredible effort to create this little oasis of calm for us. They put up little screens. They came and attended to my dad. They attended to us. They made themselves available to us when we needed them, and they just stood back and gave us space when we needed it, and they were so cognizant of it. I think that perhaps the staff doesn't always realize how much, even in crisis moments when people are struggling with their emotions and this amazing thing happening in their lives, that they still notice what other people are doing for them. And they made this experience just incredible. we were saying goodbye to my dad. We were all there. My brother, sister-in-law, my nephews, my son, husband. We were all present with my father right to the end. And the nurses were with us too. And in those moments, they too became part of our family. And they shared our grief, but they also, made sure my dad was comfortable so he could go to his rest peacefully. And I just can't say enough about the kindness and caring that was provided.
Both myself and my family are really thankful to everyone that we've come into contact with, right from the staff right down to the volunteers that give so generously of their time and patience.
I'd like to thank everyone at the hospital.
There's actually a janitor here that I don't know if she's ever going to see this video or anything, but she was super cool. And so I wanted to say that I'm okay.
The blood clot's gone and it's healing. Yay. It's my second chance.
The staff are all so great. They're very dedicated, and I'm glad they chose that profession because they really are super.
You're still working after 10 years. I appreciate it so much for you giving me my life back.
This is the place I would recommend if somebody else had diabetes.
And you're well?
It's very well. Thank you.